Hey everyone, it's Anna. Welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for visiting. I am happy to be with you today, introducing you to the December 2025 release for SweetMissDaisy Designs. I have a whole stack of products here to share with you and samples too, so let's go ahead and get started. First, I'll remind you that the web address for the shop is sweetmissdaisy.etsy.com. And not only do I have all the products there for sale, but I also have galleries for inspiration too. So if you go into each product, you'll find not only my finished projects, but you'll find uploads from the design team members as well. So there's all kinds of inspiration to find there. And speaking of design team members, I want to give a special thank you to Angela, Giovana, Jeanne, and Nancy for all the love and creativity that you have shared this year with SweetMissDaisy Designs. Your creative projects are always amazing, and I love seeing what you share. So thank you so much for all the effort you've put into sharing. I will put links to all their social media accounts down below. Please give them a like, give them a heart, show them the love. They really deserve it. Thank you so much, ladies. And I'm excited to bring all of them into 2026 as well. So we'll get to see all kinds of new makes from them. They will be inspiring and we will love it. And I have no doubt. So thank you so much, ladies. Let's take a look at the products. So this is the notepad for the month. This is called Spice Cake. And it is a 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch notepad, so perfect for fitting into an A-size card. And it has gingerbread, some candy canes, some pine sprigs, and they're all nestled into a little flour sifter. And then the note down here at the bottom says Sweet Holiday Wishes. And then it's called Spice Cake because in my distressing up here, I actually included the partial recipe that says Prize Spice Cake. So I thought that was kind of a fun addition into the background there. So I love this notepad and I hope you do too. I think it's so cute. And you may have seen a sneak peek of these on some other channels. I sent them as a thank you gift to a couple of people and I know they shared them online. So that was a little sneak peek to that. So that's fun. And then we are on to the Snowman of the Month. And speaking of Snowman of the Month is going to continue into 2026. I have plans all the way through August already. Snowmen are designed through August, and so I'll be building out the rest of the year too. But so snowmen are a big part of my crafting, and so I thought Snowman of the Month would be fun to continue into the 2026 year. So I hope you're excited about that. I am. So this one is one of my partnerships with Serendipity Stamps. This is a snowman from Serendipity and the snowflakes as well. But this one is called Snowman with Wreath, and I think he is adorable. The sentiments in this set are thoughts of happiness and joy to you and yours. Celebrate the season. Holiday greetings from our home to yours. Joy to the world. Be jolly by golly. And then a little bit of script for the backgrounds of your projects. So I love this little snowman. Cute as can be. And again, that one is called Snowman with Wreath. Then we have this fun set. This one is called Woot Dee Doodle Doo. And I love this one. I love this one. I also have sentiments in here that say birthday wishes, have the best day ever, happy cluckin' birthday from the whole flock, quack, and happy duckin' birthday. And then we have the image of this cute duck with a party hat and a gift. And then we have the whole gang here. So we've got a couple of chickens, of course. We've got a duck and the guinea hen. And then they all have balloons, and the duck is also wearing a different party hat. So I love this set, and I had fun making samples with this one. I can see me using this for a lot of different birthdays and celebrations. So, and I have one of them, I've even colored it to make it look like this is a Christmas gift. So that works fun too. But this one is called Woot Dee Doodle Doo. And this is a 4 by 5 inch set, which is most like the other stamp sets that I've created. So I love that one. And then, of course, I needed some chicken wire. So we now have the chicken wire background stamp. And I love these background stamps. And they've been popular with you guys, too. So thank you for that. I think you guys really appreciate the size and how easy they are to use. So they fit an A2 size card perfectly. So I love that. So this one's called Chicken Wire, and I tried to make a chicken wire that was a different size than anybody else on the market because I know it's, you know, fairly common design, but I don't think you'll be able to find this one anywhere else but SweetMissDaisy. So, and it again is called Chicken Wire. So there is that one. And then I have 2 more stamps this month, and they are both snowflake designs, and snowflake designs that you may have seen in other things. You may recognize them. The first one is called Spiral Snowfall, and I think this is a beautiful design. And it has snowflakes in it, and it has big snowflakes in it, and then it has some small snowflakes as well, and then it has these spirals every so often too. So I love this design. And I'm happy to have it as a background stamp. It is gorgeous when it is stamped. And it is that 5 by 6 inch size again. And then this one is called Decorative Snowflake. And this one might be my favorite, actually. This is so pretty when it is stamped. It's kind of a Nordic feeling type of a design. So, and this one is called Decorative Snowflake. And you might notice them or recognize them because they're actually included in the Winter Blues paper collection. So let's see if we can see this without some glare. But the decorative snowflake is this design here. And then the spiral snowfall is this design here in the bottom corner. So love that. But this is a collection that I put out with Impression Obsession, and I had some requests to bring it back to Sweet Miss Daisy. So of course I was like, I can do that. I love this collection, so it was really my pleasure to be able to bring it back to the market. Let's just take a quick look. This is the collection I've been working out of, so there might be some missing, but there you go. And again, just a reminder, all the artwork on my cover sheets is 100% to scale of what's inside, so no surprises when it comes to the scaling of what's inside on the images. So we've got that beautiful design and this one. And then here we have that gorgeous decorative snowflake. In the back of that one is this beautiful, almost a periwinkle. And then this one is gorgeous. Love that sheet. And then the back of it is this really pretty teal. And we have this one. And then the back of it is that. And then we have this fun one. And the back of it. And then finally we have this one, which I think is gorgeous. And the back of it is the spiral snowfall. So beautiful collection. I love it. I love it. I love it. And thank you to those of you who put in a special request for it to come back to Sweet Miss Daisy. I was happy to be able to do that for us. Because not only is it fun to make it available to you, it's also fun to make it available to me. So there's that one. And then the last item I have this month is called Bright Candles. And this is a collection that did not get released with Impression Obsession. So this one is exclusive to Sweet Miss Daisy Designs. And it is marvelous. Let's take a look at this one. I have quite a few little scraps in here. But let's take a quick look. So this one is called Bright Candles. And I love all of these beautiful, beautiful colors and designs. So there's some big candles. And you get 4 sheets of each. And they are double-sided. That red stripe. This happy birthday. How fun and festive is that? And on the back is some orange and darker orange gingham. Then we have this beautiful burst of rainbow colors. Oh my gosh, so pretty. I just love this paper. And then the back of it is orange squiggle dots on yellow. I love that design too. And then this one, oh my gosh, this one's probably my favorite. I love this pattern. So fun. It was so fun to design this. In the back, I wanted it to be this really beautiful green with the teal stripes. And then we've got diagonal colored stripes. So pretty. And then the back of that one is polka dots. And then we have smaller candles. Aren't they gorgeous? I love all the colors. And the back of that is a pink and purple stripe. Woohoo! I love it. So again, this one is called Bright Candles. So, and it's so fun. I love it. It's been really fun to make cards with this one. So let's go ahead and put these back. And then we can start taking a look at some samples. Oh, but first, let me say this. I do have some honorary members for this month. If you're relatively new to SweetMissDaisy Designs, you may not know of some of these other paper collections. So I thought I would mention them. There is the chicken wire collection. So if you don't want to stamp chicken wire and you'd rather have chicken wire on paper, I do have paper. And they are in beautiful, beautiful colors. So that, never mind, that's in the wrong, that's in the wrong container. But you can see that's what the paper looks like, of course. So we do have chicken wire paper. We have Rustic Winter is back in stock also. This thing flew off the shelves during the last release, but it's back in stock. And so I'm happy to have that again because I love that. And then Winter Friends is also back in stock. This flew off the shelves twice, so but it's back. So if you missed out on this one, it is in. And then I thought I would also mention a couple of the other wintry, Christmassy type collections available. This one is gingerbread. All those fun colors, and of course the adorable gingers. This one is called Let It Snowman. And I love this collection. I love the snowman faces. And then finally we have Distressed Snowflake. So these are older collections that were released earlier this year, but I just wanted to mention them in case you missed out on them or you'd not seen them before. So now let's take a look at the samples I made for the December releases. I think we'll start with the Snowman of the Month. So I have several cards to share with you. So this is the Snowman with Wreath. And of course I use the sentiment Joy to the World. I use the snowflakes and the little scripty in the background. And this one is stamped on watercolor paper and painted with watercolors. And then of course I did spritz it with glitter, sprinkle. Let's see, what did I use? I used Sheer Shimmer Craft Spray in the color Sparkle to give this one some glitz and glam. And then the paper that I used on this particular card is the Rustic Winter collection in one of those beautiful flannel prints. So there's my first card. Let's see, blank on the inside and blank on the back. And then I have this card as well, and this one is made with some of the paper from Bright Candles. It's that beautiful green with the teal lines on it. And so I think that turned out really beautiful, and I was able to kind of paint it the same to match the, I was able to paint the wreath to match the paper. And then you see the little berries on the wreath. Those are not watercolor. Those were done with a Posca pen. In red, the color red. And so it's a pigment-based ink, and so it stands up on top of the watercolor and on top of the paper, and so it shows up really nicely. You can see the little berries up here on the hat too. Those were also done with the Posca pen. Celebrate the Season is the sentiment from the set, and then I added, of course, my favorite little cotton lace. I'm being very frugal with my lace lately. So there's that fun card. And then one more using the Snowman with Wreath is this one. And Be Jolly by Golly. And again, I used that Posca pen to put berries on the wreath and the snowman's hat. And this one is also watercolored. But notice the background here. This is done using the decorative snowflake stamp. So that's beautiful. I also spritzed it, so it's really sparkly. I spritzed it with a distress spray, probably salvaged patina or worn wood, weathered wood maybe. Let's see. Yeah, weathered wood. So that's what's giving it some sparkle and shine. So that turned out really beautiful. And then I added a seam binding ribbon here that I added a little bit of vintage photo ink to kind of give it a distressed vintage look. And I think this card turned out so cute. I also used a gold pen. Let's see, I used this Copic Acrea in gold to make the buttons on his jacket gold and sparkly. So that is really, really cute. And then the little stamp cancellation up here is from the Winter Scene set from last month. I don't know if I have it here handy. Doesn't look like it. I think it's downstairs, but it's the one that has the cabin and the house and the trees and stuff, and it has that little registered cancellation there in it. So that is my third stamped card. Thoughts of happiness and joy to you and yours. And then on the back, I just stamped one of my created by stamps. So there's the snowman of the month for December, snowman with wreath, and I think he's just adorable. But you could also paint it up as a girl. It would easily take pastels, pinks, purples, light blues. That'd be so cute too. So very, very fun. And then let's take a look at the Woot-de-doodle-doo stamp set. This is my first card. I have a Polaroid die from, I don't know, ages ago. It's one of the first dies that I ever bought. I don't even know where it's from. But it's pretty large. This is an A2 size card, so you can see the Polaroid really fills the card. So I used that die, and it fit the little crowd there just right. So I stamped them on alcohol-friendly paper and colored them up with alcohol markers. Then I did some ink blending to give the ground some green and the sky some blue. And I spritzed this with glitter too, so it's really, really sparkly. Woot-de-doodle-doo! Happy Cluckin' birthday! On the inside, I stamped birthday wishes and added some paper from the Bright Candles collection. And then on the back, I did nothing because it's black yet. So that's my first card using the Woot-de-doodle-doo set. And then I made this one, and this one was made using some fancy dies that I have. This was a die set that was released with Sizzix and Prima, and it's a really old die set. But you can see it's a really pretty decorative frame. Let's see. I have a paper towel here to show you that pretty edge. So it's a really pretty die set. And it comes with this layer here with these little notched corners. And it comes with the square that I used to die cut the sparkle layer. And then it comes with the base layer. So it's a 3-piece die set, but it's old. But it's fun to use. And you can, if you make your cards this way, they stand up. But if you make them this way, they don't. They don't stand up straight. But that's okay. So this image is stamped on watercolor paper and painted. And then I used a white acrylic pen to make white spots on the duck's belly. And on this little chicken here. And the guinea as well. So I think this is a cute little card. On the inside, I stamped the Woot-de-doodle-doo Happy Cluckin' birthday sentiment. And then on the back, I stamped my created by stamp. So there's that. Then I had a little fun with the chicken wire background. And I created this card. And again, this one got spritzed as well, probably with salvaged patina. Once I had that chicken wire stamped on that really pretty blue cardstock. And this image is stamped on alcohol marker friendly paper and colored with markers. And I chose a softer color palette for this one. Quack! Birthday wishes, have the best day ever. And then on the back, I stamped half of the other duck and colored it in with colored pencils. So I think that looks really cute. So that's that fun little card. And then I have a couple more samples using the Woot-de-doodle-doo set. This one, they are stamped on watercolor paper and painted. And I did give this one a really good spritz with this sparkle. So it's really, really shimmery. And the duck, I used a white gel pen and added white spots to his belly. And then same with this little chick. She's got a couple little spots here as well. So, but really, really simple card to make. Just the background got stamped. And I die cut a couple circles and stamped a sentiment. And we're off to the races. Birthday wishes from the whole flock. And then the back of that one is blank yet. And then I have one more using, no, I have two more. Oh my gosh, I have so many more using that set. Let's see. I have this little tag that I made using one of the ducks. Have the best day ever. And you can see I used some of the paper from the Bright Candles collection. And then I used some black sparkly cardstock as well. And some really pretty red seam binding ribbon. I think this was from Happy Mail that Nancy had sent to me, and she had my packages in it wrapped with this beautiful seam binding. So I used some of it on this tag. The back is black. So this little guy is stamped on watercolor paper and painted, and then I used Posca pens in white and blue and red to add some little extra details. And then I just fussy cut him out and added him to the tag. Have the best day ever. And then let's see, I have some more samples. Oh my gosh, I have 4 more samples using the chicken or the duck. So many. This one says quack, quack, quack. And it uses that big burst of color. Isn't that pretty? I love that. This is the one I thought it would be fun used as a Christmas card, with the gift being red and green and the hat being gold and red. But happy duck and birthday. So we have that fun card. And then there is this one. I die cut him using one of my recent purchases from Spellbinders. They have a arched die set that has these little notches in it. So I used that, and I used a couple different prints from the Bright Candles paper to create this card. And it is stamped on alcohol-friendly paper and colored with markers. Quack, quack, happy duck and birthday. Oh my gosh. All right, then we have this one. Happy duck and birthday with this beautiful, almost quilt design looking background. I love this paper so much. This one is stamped on watercolor paper and painted. And then I used the acrylic markers again to add some polka dots for detail. And then it got spritzed with glitter, of course. Quack, quack. And then I have this card, and this one uses some of the paper from the Winter Blues collection. And have the best day ever. They are stamped on watercolor paper and painted. And used a white gel pen to add a little bit of speckles on the duck. And I did use some black glitter paper to add a little separation there between the 2 different prints of paper. And then I glued on a little twine bow there. Woot-de-doodle-doo, quack! And the back is blank. So I love that set. It's so fun. So I wanted to share with you. Let me set these aside. Oh my gosh. I don't know how you can't get a chuckle out of a recipient of a card that has woot-de-doodle-doo quack on it. Anyway, I wanted to share these with you. These did not get made into projects yet because I don't know what I want to make with them yet because they're so pretty. I don't want to cover up any of it. So these are the background stamps that this one is the decorative snowflake, and then the next ones that I show will be the spiral snowfall. But these are them stamped and then spritzed. So I ink up the background stamp with ink, and then I spritzed it with water before I stamped it. And so I got this kind of watercolory effect on the cardstock. And then I also spritzed it with some shimmer sprays. You can see them on there. But it's so pretty. I just don't want to cover up any of it. And there's this one. Like, look how pretty that is. And then there's this one. And also what I did was, like, this was probably the first generation of stamping, and then I spritzed the stamp again with water, and this was probably the second generation of stamping without having to re-ink it. This might have been the third generation of stamping. See how pretty that is? Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It looks like batik. And down here, I just love how the ink collects. And then this was probably the fourth generation of stamping, so it's really, really faint. But I like that. It's just so subtle. And then this one is the spiral snowfall. So this paper has texture on it. So it didn't stamp as clean or as detailed the first time. And then of course I spritzed it. So that kind of obliterated some of the detail as well. But look at these. That's so pretty. And then this one, I got a little heavy-handed with the water here, but I love it. And there's this one. This one or the next one might be my favorite. I just love how the water collects in pools. And then there's this one. So pretty. So now I have all these backgrounds to use to make something, to make cards. So I'm well on my way to having a good, dozen more cards finished. So that is what I have to share with you today. So thank you so much for joining me today. Again, please check out the details for all the design team members below. Show them some love. They really do share some amazing things, and their creativity is wonderful to see. So check them out. Thank you so much for joining me here today for this release. I hope you love it as much as I do. I just get the biggest kick out of these images and the sentiments. So I hope you do too. I hope I'm not the only nutty one. And so that's what I have to share with you. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for a great year. And I'm also looking forward to 2026 with you as well. So thanks so much for joining me. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And I will talk to you again very soon. Bye.